Welcome to Brilliant Brushes by Sinu Sam. Today we are going to do a resin beach art. Now let's see what all are the things that we need to make this painting. Here I use these total cast resins from Elichem resin. So that's the hardener and the resin. I have mixed them to 1:1 ratio. I've mixed them, as you can see here, nice and clear. Now, this is a wooden panel of about 25 centimeter diameter. I'm using this as my canvas, and let's go forward. Let's make the art. For coloring pigments, I use these colorberry pigments. They're really gorgeous. They're metallic colors. As you can see, I've got a few of them. I love them. They give amazing results. And for the white foam of the beach, I use these cell base white. All right, let's just see how I mix them. Just keeping it here so you can see it nice and clear. A little bit. Always make sure that your surface is protected by a plastic coat, else your resins, they just destroy your surface. So protect the surface with a plastic coat. Now I'm taking these cobalt teal pigment that's so gorgeous and putting it little by little. I think a little more would go in. So just mix them. You see this gorgeous metallic hue. Bubbles might form, but don't worry. We can go and later toss the bubbles out while doing the painting. So yes, mixing it quite well because you want the colors and the resin, that is the pigment and the resin, to get well mixed. Scraping from the edges, bringing it, scraping. So if I see any color at the edges, always remember to scrape the edges of the glass in order to mix well. So yes. Next I take a little bit of a darker shade, again from Colorberry. Take a glass, add a little bit of your mix to the glass, while doing your resin art, always keep your room temperature consistent, adding little by little. If your area is quite hot, it cures the resin fast, so Take notice of that. Wow. These pigments, they mix so well. See, I'm taking and scraping in, bringing in the color to the resin. Mix it for about 2 to 3 minutes. Make sure that you do not add a lot of pigment into the resin, because if you do that, then it cures fast. You need your working time, so little by little. I always like to work with variations of dark, light. For a beach art, more than 2 shades of blue would be enough, but I'm going in for 1 more shade. So that's almost mixed. I think that's too much, so I'm pouring it a little bit back, because this shade of blue, I'm just using it for lining. And that's this really dark carrot deep blue. Alright, let me just take out that protection cover so that you can see it well. There. Taking in a little bit, adding it. Wow. Just look at the gorgeousness of that color. It's so brilliant. It's soothing for me to just mix the colors. The last tone that I'd be adding would be white. Again, white is a liner, so a little bit. Using the cell-based white tint of Elichem resins. It's become a bit gluey. There you go. Mixing it again. You should make sure that you scrape the edges well. Our colors are ready. Now starts the fun part. So my waves come from there, this side. So I'm just planning in, just pouring it little by little. Yeah, there you go. Adding in my darker tone. So this is just, your own method of playing with colors. I just keep pouring them to get the desired shade. As I told you, I just want to line with these. Very nice, yeah. Now, you can always tilt your base. At this stage, I'm just pushing it with a stick. All right. So I just go ahead and add all of that color there. And there's these dark shades that I like to give here and there. And the darkest shades would be to the ends. Now the white, before I pour in the white, I just add a little bit of transparent resin on the top. And then I go forward and add the white lining really thin. Really thin. Make sure it goes from one end to the other. Take a straw, blow. Blowing from the other end too. I'm just filling in the gaps. With cobalt. And giving a really good metallic, not the deep blue. Doing that. One thing that I push further is giving in a bit more of transparent layering over the top. And as you can see, Just slowly adding in white. So blowing with a straw again. Few colors, mix and merge. That's totally fine. At this time, I'm just keeping few small shells that I've got from the beach side. Just dipping it in resin and yeah, fixing it there. The next stage is to torch the bubbles out. So I use a blowtorch and just do it very lightly. Do not overheat it. That's it. So that's pretty much it. Our beach resin art is ready. You need to keep this for curing 1 day completely closed, allow no dust to enter, and almost within 24 hours your art piece would be completely ready. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow my Instagram page, my Facebook page to learn more of my techniques.